Yo, what's good with y'all? We back with another video. Today I'm gonna be showing y'all how to make y'all own beat from scratch. Now check it out. That means I'm gonna be showing you how to do the beat, the loop, the progression, everything, all of that. I'm gonna be showing y'all how to do all of that. So make sure y'all tune in. Hey, we're gonna jump right into the video. Make sure you like and subscribe, and let's get to it. Post notice on. I'm just gonna jump right into it. So check it out. I just made this little progression. This is a slight progression. Now, to make this, I just played it on my keyboard. I found some keys. It's in A minor, so I could just use all the big keys and just found it. You don't really have to start with chords. You can really start with anything, but I found this sound and I was just like, let's just do chords with it. It's a pad from Elektra. I think I got it from this Roy Major little kit. But yeah, I'm gonna add another sound. It's gonna be a counter melody. You can really start your loops with anything. You can start with like a counter melody or whatever you want to start with. It doesn't matter. So I'm just gonna start with this progression and then build off that. So let's get a counter melody. All right, I just found this sound from Elektra too, cause you know Elektra is just the best plugin ever. This how it sounds. I'm about to lay some notes down, and then shit, we're gonna have a counter melody. See how it sound. Hold on. All right, so I just laid this counter melody down. It's a simple melody, just go up and down, and it just sounds good, so I put it in there. All right, so before we even keep on, we can really, if we really wanted to, we could just say this is the loop. But I'm gonna add some more. But before I do that, I'm gonna put a clap on top of this real quick. Damn. It gets the rhythm going, so if I really see the beat in my head, I can just build a loop off the beat that's in my head. So let me add one more counter melody or just something to bring it all together. So hold on, let me find that. All right, I just added this last counter melody to give it some like give it some movement in the beat. So this how it sounds. All right, so that's kind of like a bass to it, so I can really swap this out with the 808 in between the beat if I really wanted to. So that's just an extra thing we could do. So now I'm finna start laying the drums down and the progression. I mean, not progression, the percussions. I'm finna hold on. All right, when I lay down the percussions, I usually start with the hi-hats. You can really start with anything though. I'm just gonna put this hi-hat in, and I usually do fill 2 steps just because it gets the beat going. And then wherever I hear a roll in my head, like let's say I hear a roll like right here, and to do what I just did, you do Alt U. I think that's Command U on Mac. I had to check though. I had to double check. All right, and then I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm not gonna do too much to this beat just because I'm showing y'all how to make a loop. But
you lying? Yeah.
This something as simple as this could go. All right, I'm gonna actually move this back to here just because it feels like it will hit harder. All right, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna turn off the bass in this the pattern I had with the Elektra. I'm gonna turn that off real quick, just see how it sounds. All right, so I went back. I just went back. I changed this Elektra. That was the bassline Elektra that I showed you. I changed that to a bell because I didn't like how it was sounding. So this is how it sounds now. All right, I just added some halftime to it, so it makes it sound just, you know, gives it that dark feeling to it.
You know me, I'm about to go crazy.
All right, so I'm gonna space this out a little bit. This is the Elektra 3. I'm gonna space this out just so you don't always hear it, so it can have room to breathe in between. So you want it more. When it's going, you want the sound more. So I just deleted a few notes and then see how it sounds. All right, now I'm finna make an 808 pattern. All right, I put the bass line down for the 808s. So what I'm going to do now, because I didn't like how the progression was moving with the 808s and the 808s just didn't sound right, I'm gonna change the pitch of the whole thing. So to do that, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this all like this, and then alright, I'm gonna play with the pitch a little bit. I have this pitch shifter from Waves, but I'm pretty sure they got a stock. Yeah, they got this stock plugin that you can change the pitch and play with it. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna see what I find. If I find a pitch that sounds better than the one I have, I'm gonna show y'all. Alright, I think I found a pitch. I'm gonna pitch it 4 up because it sounds better like that. And then put 4 up. Alright, so right now I'm looking to find the right pitch so the 808s can sit properly in the beat. So the 808s sound good. They bounce basically in the background. Alright, I think I got the pitch. It's not too low. You never really want your 808s to go below A4 just because it gets really muddy. I mean, you can because there's no rules. You can do whatever the fuck you want, but just word of advice. Alright, I'm trying to do this 808 pattern, and I'm going to show y'all how it came out, and I'm going to show y'all how I did it. So let's get to it. Alright, this is the 808 pattern. It looks like a lot, but it's really simple when we break it down. I'm going to break it down to you, show you how I did it. So this is how it sounds. Alright, so basically what I did was I went to the 808. I went to 808 here, and then I clicked on here, and then I clicked on cut itself. So what that does is when I place another 808, the previous 808 is going to cut off when the new 808 plays. So like this. You hear how I cut off? And what I did to make the 808 just stop right here, so I placed another 808. But what I did with this 808, I went down here to the velocity and I turned it all the way down. So then basically it's like it's mute, but when you play it, it just cuts off the previous 808. So the beat keeps going, but the old 808 stops. And I placed that where the clap was, so then the 808 can just stop and you can just hear the clap, and then the next 808 hits harder. I placed the 808 up here, and what I did to do that, I did control and then use the arrow key up, and then that basically brings it an octave up. And then I put in some slides, just some simple slides. I put down slides so the 808 slides down, and then towards the end it slides up. It gives it like a cool effect too. Here. So that's how I did that. And then I just copied this loop and then just looped it over here. It's the same pattern but just different keys. Alright, now I'm gonna add some more percussion, probably some more perks and snares, and I'll basically show you how I do it. Alright, I just added the percussions. Also, I added a kick too, and I changed the 808s to a Spins 808. If you don't have Spins, you need to go get that right now. Spins is like probably the best 808 you can have. Alright, those are the percussions. So what I added was I added a snare. I also changed the claps to a snare as well. This is the snare. I'll turn it up a little bit. Yeah. Alright, so I added an extra snare to complement the clap snare, so it went hand in hand. This is the hold on, let me solo it. That's the snare that went with the clap. Also added some perks to it, and then I added an open hat too. And then this was the kick. The kick pattern was simple. I basically just followed the spins kinda, but I made it have its own bounce, so it didn't hit directly on when the 808s hit, but like kinda on its own timing, but they still in the same groove. Alright, this is how you mix a melody. Alright, what y'all want to start off by doing is picking a sound that really pops out in the loop. So that's the main sound, like the main sound in the loop. Alright, for this one, it will be, this is the sound that sticks out. What you want to do is, you want to EQ this sound to get it how you want it to sound. So if it has too many high-end frequencies up here, you want to bring this down so it doesn't sound as harsh on the ears. So here, I'm about to bring it up and then bring this down so you can hear it. Alright, so that's a good sound. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this up on the mixer, and then I'm going to bring in the next sound, which is this pad that I had. I'm going to listen to it and then see where it belongs in the loop. Okay, so what I'm hearing is it could use a little more reverb, so I'm going to add some reverb to this, and then I'm probably going to put some chorus on here. Alright, and then I'm going to bring in the last sound. I'm going to bring it down a little bit because it sounds like it should be in the back a little bit. Just something felt. You don't really have to be all in your face. But I'm gonna EQ these two as well, and then that's how you mix a loop. Alright, I'm gonna show y'all how to mix a beat. This is how you mix a beat. So what you want to start off by doing is adding EQ. So to do that, you will go into one of the sounds that you have. So for this, I'm gonna go for the snare, which is my clap in this beat. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick this shortcut right here, this 20 hertz to 18 hertz, and then I'm gonna bring down this front part. This is like the first thing you hear, and that's basically going to allow room for the vocals to be in the beat. Alright, so after that, I'm going to do that for the rest of these sounds, and I'll show you how to do the 808s and the kicks as well, because that's just a little different. Alright, so to mix an 808, it's pretty simple. It's not too hard. So what you do is you bring out your EQ, and then you click that 20 hertz through 18, and then you reset one of these markers here, and then you bring it up on the sub, so you can really feel the bass when you're in the car. And then you bring this back a little bit. I usually leave mine to like the mid or high mid, just so you can still hear it as you listen to the song. And then for the kick is kind of similar. You do the same thing. You bring out your 20 hertz to whatever hertz. You can really pick in between all of these, it doesn't matter. But you bring this back, and then you bring up the sub like this. You just scroll it up. And then when you do that, you can bring it back to the mid or wherever you want it to. And that's how they're going to hit harder as well. Alright, so after you do all that, you put EQ on everything. Then now you want to mess with the levels. So what you want to start off by doing is making sure your claps, the 808s and kicks, are the highest. They want to be the loudest. And then your hi-hats go below the snares but above the perks. I'm finna show you how that sounds. Alright, so I just finished leveling it. The kicks are the highest, the hi-hats are in between, and this is how it sounds. And that's how you mix a beat. Alright, now I'm gonna start arranging the beat. Is just about done. Alright, the beat is arranged, and just like that, we're finished. That's it. Alright, that's the end of the video. If y'all enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe, turn on post notices, and I'll see y'all next time. We out.